We all know that the First Amendment is very important to our lives.
But what would happen if it didn't exist?
Without freedom of speech, we wouldn't be allowed to say what we want. With it, we can, as long as we don't speak slander.
We also wouldn't be allowed to speak our opinions on government and political topics.
This part of the amendment is important because we have a say in the way our government is run.
If there's something we don't like, we have the power to speak up and change it.
So, why is freedom of speech important to you?
Well, freedom of speech is important to me because everyone needs to say what they want, and if they couldn't, then there would be no communication in this world, and we would be nowhere, so.
Without freedom of religion, we wouldn't be allowed to worship and believe as we feel.
We'd all either be forced to convert to one religion or have no religion at all.
This section of the amendment is important because it allows us to express our individual beliefs.
The Pilgrims left England to escape religious persecution. It only seems right that we shall allow religious freedom here. Why do you think that freedom of religion is important?
I think freedom of religion is important because many people have different beliefs, and some don't want to believe certain things, and some people want to believe other things. And nobody can say what's in your heart and what you should believe in your heart. So that's why it's important to me.
Okay, thank you.
Without freedom of the press, everything we read in stuff like newspapers, books, and on the computer will most likely be biased.
Freedom of the press is important because it gives individuals the option to express themselves through the media.
We can freely communicate our ideas amongst each other. Why is freedom of the press important to you?
Well, freedom of the press, as I recall, was the First Amendment to the Constitution, and it allows the press and the news on television, and now the internet, of course, to say what they'd like to say, and gives them the freedom to do so without being prosecuted for it. It's important for all of us. It's a very important part of living in a democratic society.
Okay,
Does that
thank
answer
you.
your question?
Yeah, thank you.